Hi guys, I hope all of you are doing well. This is your Nifty Guy. Welcome to yet another episode of Decoding Nifty on multiple time frames in an attempt to find out the best probabilistic setup for the next trading day. So what we do here is not solely focus on the trade setups, but we also try to uh, take a good lesson out of how to read price and how to take those trades actively in the live markets. So for someone who is new and who is only interested in finding out the next best trade setups for the next day, can skip to the later half. For someone who's interested in learning price action techniques and how to read price in a much more refined and proper way, I would request to please watch the entire video. In case if you like my way of analyzing Nifty, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your trading friends. Put down anything that you might have at the end of the video in the comments box, be it a question, feedback, criticism. I am open to everything. So with that, on that note, we'll just start with what we had discussed on Friday about today's trading plan and how it all went in the live market. How did we plan and how did we take those trades today? Right? So on Friday, what we had decided was that we will look at a long position above this particular high with a pullback, and we'll look at a short position only below this particular low, again with a pullback. As this was an important zone for us, which actually is for someone who is watching this particular channel video on this channel for the first time. So this red box out here is nothing but the 50 to 61.8 retracement zone of this entire fall. So if you see, this is the zone that we had marked, and for any bullish momentum, we're waiting for Nifty to move above this particular mark, which Nifty did today. Now, today was a no trading day for me. There are a couple of reasons, which again, please take a note of it. A big gap up, all right, a big gap up. So usually when Nifty gives a good gap up or a gap down, the majority of the move for that day is done in that gap up, and most of the profits that are there are lost overnight. And there are no good trade setups that hardly form after a good gap up or a gap down. So usually after a big gap up, what I can actually look for is in case if the first 5 minutes or the first 15 minutes is a good green candle with open equals to low as a candle, and the low of that particular candle is taken out, we can expect a gap filling trade. Apart from that, there are no trading setups that I look for in a big gap up. The second thing which happened today was a big range of candles in the first 5 minutes. So if we look at this particular candle it in itself was a 135 points candle, or more than 0.5% of Nifty's move. Plus, the third thing that I looked at was the VIX, which had crashed down today. So with VIX, with VIX crashing down, it becomes very difficult for option buyers to make money in such markets. So if you would have observed, I was my plan was not to trade, but yet I was observing the option prices of both the call and the puts. While the puts were decaying when the market was going up, the calls, although prices were at the around days high, around this time the prices were around days high. But if you look at the call prices, they were around days low. So that simply means that it is good to avoid such particular trading days wherein you get to see many things. There's a big gap up, a big first 5 minutes range, and if you can see, market today was basically entirely stuck in this particular range. And in case you would have traded on either side, there would have been a good chance of you hitting a stop loss. The only trade which happened today could have been traded or tradable was this particular breakout which came after forming a base around here, around this particular levels. But then again, there was no significant pullback in this, and the movement was sluggish. On the spot chart, you would still be able to see such a good move that prices moved from almost 23,300 to 350, 50-point move. But you would have hardly got a 10, 12-point move in the premium options. It was that sluggish today, all thanks to the VIX crashing down. So it was a good day to be avoided on a trading levels. Now, if we come for the trading plan for tomorrow, let me just switch to the 15 minutes time frame. Let us go to the daily time frame first, right? So right now we have very well moved above the resistance zone of the zero point 0.5 to 0.618 particular zone. So why was this zone important? So in case if this particular, because market had created a new lower low, in case if this move, which again happened mostly in gaps, was just a retracement, it should have taken a good resistance from here and it would should have continued its downward journey to form a lower low. But that did not happen, and we have already comfortably given a good closing above this particular resistance zone. And Nifty held its ground after the good gap up, which is a good sign. Now, the thing is, we are already above this thing, so this it might not be a retracement, but kind of a reversal. But we are yet to form a double bottom for confirmation. So we'll wait for some more further price action. Plus, Nifty has given this lower low, which was on account of this big gap down because of the tariffs issued by Mr. Donald Trump. Uh, and this immediately had reversed. So this might just be a move which was caused by the global or the macroeconomic factors which could have impacted India. Otherwise, I am assuming in case of an absence of that particular news, this low should have been protected and we would have continued on in an upward trajectory. The CPI numbers of India have just come out as I'm recording this video, and they are good. They are better than the estimates, as in lower than the estimates. So the price inflation, that's the consumer price inflation numbers, which are lower than expected, is positive for the stock market. So if we look at these particular things again, this high is of very crucial importance. And again, because we had taken a resistance in Nifty previously also from this particular high, I will just mark it out in a different color on my charts because I expect Nifty to pause or halt around these levels and not break. And I don't even wanted to break it in moves, in parabolic moves, which is happening here because such parabolic moves actually do not sustain. And then we might see another fall. So let us see again. But as I said, we do not predict anything, but we are prepared for anything in the markets. So what we can do is for tomorrow, we'll again keep the plan of action extremely simple. We will mark out today's high. We'll plan a long entry above today's high with a pullback. On the short side, I see this particular trend line, and we will take this swing low. I'll just mark this swing low around here, and we will take a short trade only below the swing low again with the pullback. We will be exercising some caution around these levels and we'll watch the price very closely around how price behaves around these levels. But on an intraday level, although we have gapped up, there's good news, the sentiment is positive. We should always be prepared for trades, taking trades on the opposite side of the trend as well because on intraday move that can be captured based on price action confirmation and in case if you get a confluence of 2 to 3 set of events that can help you much more. And like I said in the last video, the weekly on a weekly time frame we had seen a good positive divergence which has played out very well, has still been, it's still in play, and a move above this particular zone which is 23,560 zones would also be taking out this particular high. And so things look positive for me now. I'm more biased towards the positive side. By bias, I do not mean that I will be taking only positive trades. If the price action gives me negative trades or on the short side, I will be still be taking them. But when taking the long side trades, I will be looking at going in with full quantities. And while taking the trades on the shorter side, I will still look at taking lower quantities or I'll trail my SLs very quickly and I'll have a very tight SL as well. So that's it from me for today. I hope my videos are helping you guys. So please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Post the market. Thank you so much, guys. Cheers. Have a good day.